Hey guys, I'm Brian with Fanatik Bike Co. I'm here with my coworker Jaden with the new Evil following Gen 2. Jaden has spent quite a bit of time on all of Evil's bikes, one of his favorite bikes of all time being the Gen 1 following. So Jaden, could you go ahead and kind of tell us a little bit about the new following and what they've changed?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm super excited about this bike. Like Brian said, the first following was one of my all-time faves, so I was very excited to get my hands on the Gen 2 following. I've had it for a couple of months now, so I've had some really good ride time. We got up to Whistler to do some filming and been riding it a lot on the trails around the home here. And so far I've been super impressed. Now there's a number of really cool changes with this bike. It's definitely an entire new bike. And a couple of things we can talk about are going to be the new metric shock with the trunnion upper mount. So we got bearings right up here in the upper mounting hardware. Keeps things nice and supple off the top of the stroke. We've also got lots of clearance for rear shocks on this bike, so piggybacks are good. Word has it there's some coils coming along that are going to fit this bike, so that was a major gripe with the last following, was lack of shock options and clearance. So Evil has addressed that. You'll also be happy to see that even a small frame here fits a water bottle cage. This will fit a small water bottle, but the larger frame sizes will fit full-size water bottles. Other than that, we have a integrated upper guide here, just like we've been seeing on the rest of the new Evils. They've also revamped the whole rear swing arm, stiffened things up, and switched it to a Boost 12 by 148 millimeter rear end. Again, that was another small gripe with the last following, was a slightly lack of stiffness in the rear end, so this bike definitely addresses that, and bigger riders and more aggressive riders are really going to be able to smash into turns with a bit more confidence.
So it sounds like all of the changes, the metric shock, boost rear end, everything to kind of help stiffen the bike up, kind of keep it up with the times and the trends that are going on in the bike industry right now. As far as geometry and everything, is there any major changes that people need to know about?
Nothing major. Evil really kind of hit the nail on the head with the geometry last time. If anything, the bike was a tiny bit short if you're comparing to today's trends, so they did lengthen the reach by about 20 millimeters across the entire size run. So that's a welcome addition. I feel perfectly comfortable on the same size I had before with a 20 millimeter longer reach.
Cool, yeah, so all of the differences in the metric shock, the booster end, a little bit different geometry. It's going to give the bike a little bit different ride. Have you noticed anything else with the characteristics of how the bike handles? You kind of mentioned stiffness early on, but anything else?
Yeah, I mean, overall it's a more refined bike in my eyes, so all the changes kind of come together to create a more positive ride. The rear suspension definitely feels a bit more supple. I very much like this shock a lot more than the previous Monarch that came on the last following. This is also going to be much easier to tune for bigger riders, so that was another hang up with the Monarch on the old following. But yeah, overall the bike just feels really dialed. It's a lot of fun. You can really mash it through chunder if you want, but it's also nice and nimble, and you can really kind of play with it too. So overall, lots of improvements. Really impressed. Super fun bike.
All right, yeah, looks like you have a lot of fun when you're riding it. I'm excited to get on one myself. That's gonna about do it for the new Evil following. If you guys have any questions, feel free to hit us up. Our email is sales@fanatikbike.com, or give us a phone call at 1-844-FANATIK. It's 1-844-326-2845. Yeah, thanks for watching.
Thank you.